In our fifth video on this fourth petition of the Lord's Prayer, give us today our daily bread, we turn our attention to this thought. The things we need are too much to number when we think about it. That was our exercise in our previous video. And we would all admit we didn't truly cover all of the needs that we have. Again, it's impossible. For example, you need food. What's it take for you to get that food on the table at home? We kind of went through that whole exercise, right? Were you able to completely exhaust all the things that were needed from day to day just to put food on the table, from tables to be built, homes, workers to provide that, from mom and dad to employers, employees, truck drivers, grocery stores, farmers, and all of these things that are involved, not just that, the earth, rain, the atmosphere, oxygen, gravity, the universe, the sun, it's endless. So, as we consider this question before us today, just think about this. When your body needs help, so we're going to go on down this line again. When you get really sick, what do you need then? So now we're kind of thinking about, sometimes it seems like daily bread is not provided, that there are some needs that are now going unmet. For example, if you're sick, your body is beginning to fail in its health. Your need is, you don't have good health for a day, and you prayed for your daily bread. So God, in his infinite wisdom, is allowing you to experience a little bit of what it's like not to have daily bread, to have his providential care withdrawn. And yet we know that God is our Father. He has a loving purpose for this. So in those moments when our health fails, when we're worried, maybe for a loved one or for ourselves, and God begins to cause us to recover, what is he supplying there? What does your body have to do in order to overcome any little cold or disease or sickness? And not just your body, but what do we depend on in those moments where our health begins to deteriorate? And again, that would be evidence like, oh, in this particular case, yeah, we really are without daily bread. And so we cry out to God. Hopefully we do. A lot of times we look to him as a last resort. So just as another exercise of kind of trying to figure out, again, what's all needed, speak to this as an example, if you haven't done so previously. When your health fails, when you're sick, what's all needed for you to recover? Do you know that these are all gifts from God? That this is also how he answers the prayer, give us today our daily bread. As you think about that and work through that exercise, I want to share with you an uplifting thought from Hebrews 1:3. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. Sustaining all things by his powerful word. We think in terms of, why would you recover in your health? It's because Jesus sustains you by the power of his word. And when your time comes to an end, Jesus will call you home. You know, one of the last answers to a prayer, give us today our daily bread, is the Lord is going to say, not today. Because today, I'm going to give you the bread of life, which will be all that you need for all time. Yes, that which you have already in Christ, that will be given to you as your only sustenance, your only need. I'm going to call you home to heaven. So the ultimate way that God is going to answer that fourth petition, give us today our daily bread, will be no, I have something better. I have eternity now, which waits for you. Isn't that amazing? But just to know this, everything, even our health, and when it fails and when it needs to be restored, that only comes, as the writer of the Hebrews says, through the Son of God, who is the exact representation of God's being, the radiance of God's glory. By him sustaining all things, do these things take place. And how does he do that? By his powerful word. We'll take a look next time at another aspect of this fourth petition, which is so spiritual when you really think about it. Blessings on your discussion as you talk about what you need if your health begins to fail.